Shalom, shalom. This is your brother Shamak out of the Great Millstone Atlanta camp. Before I get started, I want to give all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's true name, and His only begotten Son's true name being Yahweh Shai, both in the Hebrew language of whom the world incorrectly and ignorantly called God and Jesus Christ. Also, I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well and who are the true leaders of the Hebrew Israelites within these last days. And also, I want to give a shalom to the hopeful elect believers and teachers that are pushing this truth all around the world. All right, shalom. And what I have here is an article that truly has inspired this lesson. All right, from about 17 hours ago. Florida lawmakers allowed into Alligator Alcatraz, and they say detainees packed into cages. So they allowed a tour basically of the and this is all has to do under the Trump administration, because I wanted to just show really quick videos. This is my YouTube channel, of course. All right, but this is from 2 months ago, reporting on Trump calls to reopen Alcatraz prison, showing you that action is being done, all right, behind these laws and legislation that's being pushed by our enemies, and our top enemy being, all right, Esau Edom, their true biblical identity, all right, as Edomites, okay, for the so-called white man, for the so-called white nation, okay. So let me exit that out, okay. But just to show, I'm gonna pull up a video, all right, because I had trouble playing this particular video within the article, okay. But just to pull a video just to get the message across concerning Alligator Alcatraz, man. And this just shows you that we are in evil times. This shows you that we are in bad times. This shows you that we are in the times of biblical prophecy, okay. These things are supposed to be taking place, all right. So I'm gonna play I don't know about the whole 3 minutes, but I'm gonna play a little bit of this video, okay.
Well, Florida lawmakers got their first tour of the new ICE detention facility in the Everglades. Democrats who were denied the chance to see this facility previously expressed outrage after being allowed inside today, saying the facility lacked basic human needs.
Your drinking water comes from the toilet. People are on the toilet, you can't drink water.
Since Alligator Alcatraz opened, protesters have lined the streets in opposition of the facility's operation. They were back out there again today.
It's hot, it's full of bugs, it floods. This is ridiculous. We don't lock human beings up for committing no crimes.
CBS News Miami Steve Majori was there and spoke to both Democrats and Republicans about what they witnessed on the tour.
We saw people, of course, yelling for help. We even heard in the background someone yell, "I'm an American citizen."
After a several-hour tour of Alligator Alcatraz, Florida Democrats said that the food portions were smaller for detainees than the staff. And while they didn't get to meet with any detainees while inside, they said the conditions were appalling. The Democratic lawmakers tell us they weren't allowed to take photos inside the facility and couldn't bring their phones in.
I brought a thermostat in with me, a manual thermostat. In the medical intake area, it was 85 degrees.
Water has to be trucked into this facility. No running pipes. It makes no sense that this is here.
Their drinking water comes from the toilet. People are on the toilet, you can't drink water.
Republican lawmakers also got a tour and said they were satisfied with what they saw.
I will tell you, I was in one of the...
That shows you is division, man. You got the liberals and you got those conservatives, and you got, you know, those that are with the whatever the government does, man. It's division. It's division in the world, okay? Not just in America, but in the world, you know. But let me read Revelation chapter 2, verse 10, all right? It reads, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." We're dealing with demonic energies. We're dealing with demonic vibrations, man. All right. Our people have to understand. I say our people as in us Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Our people have to understand that we have an enemy, man. Okay. We have a slanderer, a deceiver, a liar. All right. As a ruler over the earth. Okay. And these detention centers, and that's why people protest, because they believe the government. They expect better, all right? But the thing is, you gotta accept reality. You gotta accept the Edomites. You gotta accept them being them, okay? The devil, that is, okay? As the Bible states, it says, "Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison." Who has power to do that? Who has power in this time right now to even do that? To make these laws, put these laws into action. All right, Hey, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. That makes them the devil. All right, they have the power to do this. We don't have the power. We're not casting anybody into prison. We're not passing any laws as a nation of people. It says the devil shall cast some of you into prison that ye may be tried. And what's going to be tried? Your faith in Yahweh Shai. All right, your faith, your integrity, your character. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death. And this is a complete number, a spiritual complete number. This can be 2 weeks, it can be 3 weeks, it could be 10 days, it could be 5, whatever the case may be, whatever the Lord seems fit. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right, let's see what other biblical translations have. It says, the New King James Version says, do not fear any of those things that you are about to suffer. People about to suffer. All right, Alligator, Alcatraz just being one aspect of these troubling times. This is one aspect. This is one way. It says, indeed, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that ye may be tested, and ye will have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. And being faithful, that's keeping the faith and the belief and hope in you, in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So let me go get another translation, or maybe a couple. New Living Translation, I always got to grab that one. It says, don't be afraid of what you are about to suffer. The devil will throw some of you into prison to test you. You will suffer for 10 days, but if you remain faithful, even when facing death, I will give you a crown of life. And that's the Alligator, Alcatraz. You're definitely facing death. The living conditions, you hear they talking about the lack of food, the scarcity of food, the temperature being 85 degrees. And this is just what they're showing you. This is what the devil is showing you. All right, so in other cases, it could be much worse. All right, much worse. But we'll report on what we see. All right. So the BBE version, have no fear of the things that it says which you will have to undergo. See, the evil one will send some of you into prison, so that you may be put to the test, and you will have great trouble for 10 days. Be true to death, and I will give you the crown of life. All right. So only get the Amplified version. It says, fear nothing that you are about to suffer. Be aware that the devil is about to throw some of you into prison. That's why we report on such things like this, to bring awareness. All right, to bring true awareness to our people. All right, because let me get 2nd Ezra chapter 16 real quick, to prepare the minds of the people, man. All right, we've been lied to our entire life. We not been warned by the true people that we look up to. All right, let me get 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 40. It reads, "O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to thy battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth." So yeah, we're telling our people, hey, to hear the word. All right, hear what the prophets, the Hebrew Israelites have to say. All right, concerning the scriptures, concerning the Bible. Make you ready to thy battle, more so a spiritual battle, a mental battle. All right, and physical is gonna be a physical battle going on too. It says, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. Yeah, travelers, nomadic, going place to place. You know, and hopefully the Lord guides our steps pertaining to Proverbs chapter 16 verse 9. All right, and Job chapter 5. You know, we shall be in league with the stones of the field, man. Hopefully the Lord guides our steps, man. All right, especially we be a part of that number. He will, no doubt about it. Okay, so from there, let me see what else this video has to say. Hold on real quick.
The areas where I actually laid down in the bed was actually probably more comfortable than my bed at home. I'm not kidding.
Alligator Alcatraz is a new ICE detention facility. It was built and opened in 8 days. It's at the Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport in the.
So that shows you it was built in 8 days. It shows you this man is the devil. Let's get that. Let me get that. Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. All right, the government is not playing. This is Revelation chapter 12 verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. And we are in the earth, okay? We're in the midst of in the trenches. It says, and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. He built this Alligator Alcatraz. He's like, man, let's get this show on the road. All right, because in his inner spirit, his consciousness knows that he's running out of time. He needs to do what he needs to do. All right, he needs to enforce his plans and his agenda while he has the opportunity to do so, because he understands that that's why they have a doomsday clock. Yahushua is coming back, man. All right, They know, they feel it. They see, they hear the prophets. They hear the Hebrew Israelites. They see the output. They see the reports. They see the scriptures. They see the explanation of the scriptures. Okay, and they see these things coming to pass. Ultimately, they see the chariot sightings with what the world would call UFOs. All right, they understand, man. It's these things. They understand they have but a short time. All right, they moving quick. They literally built Alligator Alcatraz in 8 days. A concentrated facility, concentration camps, basically. Okay, detention facilities, if you want to put it in other words.
Of the Everglades. Lawmakers at the county, state, and federal level have been trying to get a tour of this place after detainees complained about inhumane conditions inside. CBS News Miami has told you how detainees described the conditions inside. This call was posted online by a girlfriend of a detainee, where he and others claimed limited access to water and inadequate food. The state has denied those accusations. Lawmakers.
See, that's the thing about it, man. The devil, the government, you know, those that have built this facility in Alligator Alcatraz, that is, you know, they don't care. They're not gonna. They're just doing these. They're just doing this for now to keep people at peace or whatever the case may be. But they're not gonna give a damn about what's inhumane or not. They're not gonna care. This what you have Jacob. This what Jacob trouble comes about. You know. Let me get Isaiah. All right. And Jacob's trouble would be in a time of trouble or tribulation that the world hasn't seen before. Alligator Alcatraz just being one aspect. That's just one way. All right. Let me get Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. It reads, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him." All right, that's exactly what we're going to need. We're going to need divine intervention. We're going to need the angels of the Lord to protect us in this hellified times. And you see the beginning stages. Man. All right. They got this thing set up. All right, for detainees and it's still stemming from ICE. This is still stemming from the Immigration Customs Enforcement under the Trump administration to come after those quote unquote illegal immigrants. All right, or undocumented citizens. All right, and that's really targeting the Israelites, you Hispanics and natives. All right, Alligator Alcatraz, man. You see it there. You see it. Detainees, man. Okay, troubling times, and there's no telling what they're doing, how they're treating people. This is what we're just giving. We're just reporting on what we see from the interviews and these, you know, the little tours or whatnot. Okay, but. Let me read that one more time. Isaiah chapter 59 verse 19. It reads, So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. The name of the Lord being Yahweh, all right, and Yahweh Shai. Yahweh means he is this and he is to be. All right, and Yahweh Shai means he saves and he delivers. Those are the true names of our heavenly powers, man. Okay. It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. We're going to need that standard. All right, let me read this standard. All right, in the Hebrew will be nowas. Okay, which says, where it goes to mean what? To flee, escape. Look, it says to flee, to escape, to take flight, depart, disappear. Okay, look, to cause, to disappear, hide. Lord willing, the Lord hides us in the time of this trouble. He lifts up the standard, however that may look. Okay. It says put to flight, to drive hastily. It might put our enemies to flight, have them scare the shit out of them away from us, man. All right, we're gonna need a standard. That's a standard. No, what's in the Hebrew, going to flee, to escape. Give this the chance, just the ability to escape whatever this not even in this case Alligator Alcatraz, but just all trouble, to escape all trouble, to be preserved from these dangers that's coming upon the earth. That's already prophesied to take place. Okay, it's already prophesied, and this is the enemy coming in like a flood. Throughout shit, one way would be Alligator Alcatraz. You know, look at this as talks to build 5 more. They're not playing.
I'm having ongoing conversations with 5 other governors about facilities that they may have. You know, I haven't asked those governors if I can share their names, but announcements will be coming soon.
Yeah, so announcements will be coming soon, and we'll report on. You know, as time goes on, you know, this has to do with the Florida. You know, this is concerning the Alligator Alcatraz being in Florida. That is all right, but they said they're looking to be 5 more or build 5 more, to detain these quote unquote illegal immigrants truly, and it's truly the Israelites. All right. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying, straight to the point, and also still encouraging to those that sincerely believe. All right, I want to end up by giving all the glory, infinite praises unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Repent, Yahweh Shai is coming back. Repent, Yahweh Shai is coming back. All right, shalom. Keep the faith. Shalom.